And it's Friday. Thanks for tuning in to our Friday message. So, one thing I should say maybe more often is that we don't really plan this. We just come together and we see, or we're open to whatever Spirit wants to say through us. And that's what we'll do. And I don't know, do you want to say our little disclaimer or
I keep
about
forgetting to
take?
say it. Just
Yeah.
know that what we have to say is this is for entertainment purposes. We are not responsible for the decisions and choices you
Mm-hmm.
make. And we would hope that anybody who would listen to our podcast is empowered enough to know that the decisions you make are solely on your own.
Right.
And not because we're giving you any sort of advice to do anything. And truly, I feel like our messages are global and uh,
Timeless.
enough to know, like, we're not saying sell your house. We're not saying,
Mm-hmm.
leave your husband. We're not saying any of that. We are talking about um, being open and willing to step into whatever power you are here to step into.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Correct. So our last episode was about reinventing yourself and where to
It
start.
was.
And so I guess usually our messages they always tie into our previous episode, or 99% of the time they do. And really what it's coming through right now for me, I picked some cards and I got one card that I picked just for the other episode just a couple of minutes ago, and it's the same card, and I shoveled the deck probably 4 or 5 times. It's the same card coming out, and it's Lady Venus again. Downloads and understanding. The truth is being revealed. And I know you went and looked at the book, what it said, and it
And I'm going
said
to hold
what?
it up so you guys can see it, because it's Kyle Gray's
Keeper.
Keeper of the
Mm-hmm.
Light. We
Mm-hmm.
we both have Keepers of the Light.
Mm-hmm.
But really what it talked about was, well, I'm just still astonished because I literally said to you, I think you're supposed to work with this person, with this being.
Maybe.
Yeah. And I
I
was like, I
like
think you're
her.
supposed to channel. So, oh, that's not it.
I like her.
It's a whole different one. That's fine. There. Oh, like her page keeps getting stuck. But basically, if you are hearing high pitched noises, which I hear a lot,
All the
um,
time, yes.
yeah, and I don't have a hearing deficit. Like, I'm good. I'm seeing flickers of light, which after working with Hathor, I was seeing green, tons,
Mm-hmm.
flickers and so on. Or having a sense that beings are visiting you in your sleep are all signs that you're receiving downloads from heaven. Whenever this is happening, spend some time in contemplation so you can ask the universe what you really need to know. This card also represents downloads of information being received by your mind. Know that the universe sees you as capable of holding soul centered information that will help you and others reach a new level of understanding. And I think you were surprised, Bettina, the other day when I said, I just pulled a card to figure out who I'm supposed to work with on this because I need answers. We
Yeah,
need answers.
we do.
And and so, like, that's how I use cards a lot, is by going into contemplation, asking who wants to work with me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going into contemplation. I'm going into meditation. What Charles Fillmore, who is one of the co-founders of the Unity movement, would say, he was going to headquarters, and he would go and meet with Jesus and Moses, and get downloads and come back with information and all of that. And then he would write about it. And he wrote, amazing books that
Mm-hmm.
teach you how to empower yourself through, through being love, basically. And so,
What?
yeah,
Yeah, go
I think
ahead.
I think you're supposed to work with her, Bettina, and now it's
Okay.
out in public. Everybody knows.
I love her. She looks great. I love Lady Venus. Okay, we'll do this. We will do this. I will incorporate her. But also what was surprising, not surprising. I shouldn't always say it because it's not surprising. It just
It,
is.
yeah, it's one of those, like, yeah, we saw that coming, but it's still,
E-
I think even after
exactly,
all
yes.
this time, it still is a little like, dang, we really are
Yeah.
doing this work, right?
Mhm.
Because
Mhm.
it shocks us every single time,
Mhm.
a
Yeah.
little bit. Yeah.
But what the message said, she comes to light workers on this earth, and that's
Yes.
us.
Mhm.
And I felt that. And
Yeah.
so I'm grateful. So thank you. Thank you for coming and for helping us. The other card I got was the Lord Ganesh, and it's infinite abundance. Obstacles are being removed, and spiritual support and connections are increasing. So the previous episode we talked about reinventing yourself, and I really truly believe that when you align yourself with your passion and what you love about this life, when you truly work and live your passion, money and abundance will come to you no matter what it is that you do, as long as you're living, you whatever you're doing is aligned with your soul. What is that brings your soul joy and happiness? Because money is a byproduct. Money is coming when you're truly aligned and doing what you love. And I really truly believe that. So the abundance will find you when you reinvent yourself, when you truly are you. And I believe that.
Yeah. So when you told me at the beginning, because we pull the cards before we do this, sometimes we're going to have to do it online so people know that we're not
Yeah.
really planning this.
No.
But you had said, "Oh, I pulled Ganesha," and I was like, "Oh my gosh, he is one of my favorites." And when I was in the oneness movement here, a couple of my friends went to India to study with our gurus, and they learned that Ganesha's mantra can actually be sung to the tune of do diddy 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 dum diddy do, right? So those of you who have ever listened to 60s music, there she comes just a walking down the street singing do diddy diddy dum diddy do, that one. So his is Om Gam Gana Pataye Namaha. 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 And so her mother, who was also a friend, was also in oneness with us, was telling me that there was this time when she needed to go down. There's this really long road that connects counties, and it's a main thoroughfare through the town that we live in, through the city that we live in. And it is a booger to get down without getting stopped by red lights constantly, because there's a red light like every breath you take. There is literally like there it's just and she needed to move from like one end to almost the other end. And I bet there are no fewer than 35 red lights, honestly, in that distance. And when she got on it, she just took that deep breath and she just said, Ganesha, help me. I need to get there as quickly as possible. Keep me safe. And she sang that ditty the whole way down, his mantra, the whole way from one end to the other, and made it in like 10 or 15 minutes. It would normally take an hour to do
Oh
that
my gosh,
because of all
yes.
the red lights. And she didn't hit a single red light and did it. Now, I have done it and it didn't work. And it didn't work because I was interfering with, and I realized this, I was interfering with somebody else's situation. If I had been going through at the time, I would have actually been pummeled by a tractor truck. And so it was keeping me safe, but that other person had to have that experience, right? So I would have been like decimated. And they in their bigger vehicle actually survived. And that was an experience that they had to have, not that I did. But it was the only red light I hit. Not going down that particular road, but it was the only red light I hit. But then I was like stuck behind an accident. So that was a whole other thing. But it's even if it is not supposed to work in that moment, it's a fun little mantra to sing. Om Gam Ganapati Namaha. And I adore Ganesha's energy. I have worked with him much, much, much in my life.
Good.
So, and he is the remover of obstacles. And when you are trying to reinvent yourself.
Very helpful.
Yeah, because your excuses are obstacles. Your reasons are obstacles. The fear is an obstacle.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the part that made me go, oh my God, when I pulled my cards was through no planning whatsoever on my part. When we opened the podcast, I did a third eye activation meditation. The card I pulled was third eye activation. And just so everyone knows, I'm using Kyle Gray's Gateway of Light activation. I always want to do shout outs to these people. Kyle Gray's books are incredible. You did a Kyle Gray deck of cards.
Yes,
I
I
did
love
mine.
them. Yes.
And so this is third eye activation. And I was like, oh, no, you didn't. You know, you did not do this. The third eye or brow chakra is the energy center found in the middle of the forehead between the brows. Often represented as an eye, it governs all aspects of our vision, including dreaming, reading between the eyes, visualization, and even having psychic insights. This card transports us through a gateway representing our spiritual connections. Seeing with our inner eye is our divine right. And our soul self has never forgotten how to do it. In fact, we often use a special talent even when we don't realize it. For example, when we imagine something before it happens. One of the things that you can do is you can anoint that space between your brows with your favorite essential oil or moisturizer. I personally love rose quartz, rose oil, not the $200 rose oil, like the $200 an ounce rose oil. Just get like Rose Auto or something like that. Don't pay tons for that. And then close your eyes and massage the space. Tell your inner vision it is safe for it to be fully activated. And then affirm, I am willing to see. So this gateway encourages you to unlock your psychic abilities and to stop questioning your divine ability to see. Know that great potential and healing will be unleashed when this space is activated. You have, okay. Now that the gifts that have been discouraged in the past are reawakening and your inner vision is stronger than you imagine, know that you have an innate ability to see further than human eyes and are able to identify the energies of what's going on around you with your activated third eye. This is here as a confirmation that what you are seeing and experiencing is in divine alignment and that you are being supported as you develop this source given gift. I thought that was crazy that I didn't think to even, it was just like, go up to your third eye, start talking about your third eye.
Yeah.
I don't ever talk about the third eye. What the heck am I doing up there? And that's
funny.
The first one. Who am I to go in and do the third eye, Bettina? Who am I?
You're Indira. You're Reverend Indira, a light being, a higher being, and an ascended master. That's who you are.
And who are you to go in and open the Akashic records of Creator?
Same thing.
Same thing, right? And who are any of you that are listening and watching this? You are.
Yes.
That divine essence. You, whatever you're being called to do, that you are the one to do it. The second card that I pulled, which was so funny. So the Wednesday night that I'm texting you and going, are you okay? Because I am not okay. I'm angry. I don't know what's happening. I'm in resistance. All of that was, and I said, and like I said, I grabbed a deck and I said, somebody's working with me. Somebody's working with me now. Whatever card I pull, I'm calling you into meditation. We're going to figure this out. Because something is amiss in my life, and I already have enough amisses. I need a home run. So anyway, the card that I pulled was Hathor. The Hathor. That's
amazing.
Cards. And when I read the card, I read the book. Sorry, let me pull it up real fast. But what I also did is I got on YouTube and I was like, lead me to, I don't know, some information about Hathor somewhere in here. Just lead me to something. And I found like a Hathor activation thing on YouTube through some woman whose energy I really liked. So I was like, okay, I'll do it. Because I trust that nothing is going to hurt me because, well, I mean, you can't hurt me any more than I've already been hurt in my life. So I might be a little trusting. But I also believe that my angels are here to protect me. So Hathor is easily recognized in Egyptian art for she often wears a sun disk on her head that is held in place by two horns relating to the cow, the sacred symbol of motherhood. She is the divine consort of Horus, allowing her to bridge this world and the cosmic realms and bring infinite light of the sun. Then I learned that there's an intergalactic race of beings called the Hathors, and she is the figurehead. So there's a good chance that the ancient Egyptians were in touch with this divine race, just as Ramadir predicted, told us had been happening all along. And it's also evidenced by the many Hathor pillars at the temple of Dendera, which sounds a lot like Indira.
Yeah, I was just going to say that.
Oh, this is not stuff we can make up, y'all. I'm not this creative. Their divine mission is to activate light upon the earth, and to bestow light, solar light blessings and ignite the energy of unconditional love within. Know that when you receive this card, they are ushering in great blessings. And I don't think we've ever said this, but I want to talk about real quickly, and I know this is our Friday message. You and I had a long talk when we had a lot of long talks when we were planning this podcast. But one in particular is light work is not all love and light. Real light workers are the ones who stand outside in the storm, the darkness, and hold umbrellas over the suffering. We are not inside having rainbow and unicorn sprinkle parties with, music and dancing. We're not. No, we are the ones. And I'm not trying to say that like from an egoic standpoint.
No.
Real light workers go into the shadow and the darkness and expand and bring forth the light, right?
Yeah. Yes.
We have frozen. You have frozen.
No.
There you are. Okay, you're back. So yeah, you froze for a second. We take the light into the shadow. We take the light into the darkness. That is what a light worker does. It is not all love and light and rainbow sprinkles and glitter. It's not. I want it to be. And I got really irritated with a little online group that I got into because they were all like, love and light, love and light. And I'm like, kids, I know this is your first revolution around the sun. But this light work is
It's not for the weak. It's not for the weak. And really,
it isn't.
Light workers suffer. They feel the pain. We go through every emotion that you can think of. And there are days when you really ask yourself, why am I doing this? And there are days when you want to quit. That's what it's all about.
And the answer to that is exactly what you said a little bit ago. You said because it lines up with your soul and your heart.
Exactly.
This is not the life I would have signed up for. If as I'm looking around in retrospect, I would have, probably been old money and sitting up on, in a house on a hill and I'm sure whatever, just, living a little bit more of a cushier life. But this is what my soul signed up to do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This is why you're here. So embrace it. And yeah, that's why we're here.
And I think some of the messages in this are don't be afraid to call on these energies and meditate with them. Call on Lady Venus.
Yes.
Call on Ganesha. Call on Hathor. Say, I'm afraid. So keep me safe. And also, because some people are, I get it. Cloak yourself. Say, I want to be cloaked in a labradorite cloak, so I'm safe from any attacks, any psychic attacks until you're more comfortable. And then just say, come in and let me experience you. But expect it. Like if you don't get anything in meditation, first of all, get out of your head, get in your heart. But the second part is if you don't get it in meditation, pay attention to your dreams.
Yes.
Because you may be blocking it in your waking life, but you may see it in your dreams.
Yes. And really, gods are not here to be worshipped. They're here to help us. So call on the energies. Let them help you.
Those deities participate in what we refer to as servant leadership. They are here to be of service, not to dominate.
Correct.
Yeah, that's the wrong use of energy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your Friday and the weekend ahead, and we'll see you with the next episode.
Time to go meet at the table of knowledge.
Doom, doom, doom. Bye.
Bye, guys.